Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today the project which we are going to do is the Janta Hack Independence Day 2020 Machine Learning Hackathon, which is being held by Analytics Vidya. So if we look at the problem statement, then it says that we have to classify the scientific articles for the researchers, which has multiple labels such as computer science, physics, mathematics, statistics, quantitative biology and quantitative finance. So basically this is a multi-label classification problem. So here we'll have a look on how to solve these kind of multi-label classification problems. So here we'll start by importing the libraries such as NumPy and Pandas, and we'll import the data, the train data, the test data and the sample data. So if we look at the head of the train data, then we can observe that we have two independent columns, title and abstract, and 6 dependent columns, that is 6 labels, such as computer science, physics, mathematics, statistics, quantitative biology and quantitative finance. Okay, so basically what we have to do here is that we have to use natural language processing to process the text data which we have in these two columns of title and abstract. So we'll proceed ahead and let's look how we can do it. So we'll look at the train size of the train data. So it is 20,000 rows. So this is not a very huge data, it's like a moderate size data. So we'll apply natural language processing and we'll also see what are the constraints. So if we suppose take all these columns, all these labels, and save it in a list L, and suppose we take the value counts of all the columns, to be specific all the dependent columns, then we'll get all the zeros and one values. So here we can see we have data imbalance here, because you can see the data of quantitative biology, we have 20,000 zeros and 500 ones, and also in quantitative finance case we have 20,000 zeros and 200 ones, around 250. So what we'll do is that here I have also created a dictionary by giving the values and the percentage. You can see the computer science field has around 32% of ones from overall data, and the quantitative finance has only 0.9% of the ones. So it is, the data imbalance is very bad. So what we'll do is that first of all we'll process all the data, we'll remove the ID column from test, and we will create our x and y variables. In these x and y variables we are going to select from train only two columns, that is title and abstract, and in y we are going to select all the dependent variables which I had saved in list L here above. Okay, that is computer science, physics and all those 6 labels. Okay, so moving ahead, we'll just create x and y and we'll do a train test split. We'll do 90% split. Okay, so if we look at the x train and y train shape, so our train data contains 18,000 rows and test data contains 2,000 rows. Okay, so if we look at the head of y test, then we'll get all the labels. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reset index of y test and also of x test. Okay, so we'll reset the index, and from the data frame we are going to convert the y train and the y test, that is the dependent variables, to NumPy arrays. So now let's have a look at the text processing. So the first step which I've done here is that I've removed punctuations. So what we are going to do here is that except for small a to small z and large a to large z, we are going to replace everything with a space. Okay, so all the punctuations and all the numbers are going to be replaced by a space. Okay, so after that what I've done is that I have just passed string.lower command to convert each and every string, each and every row into lowercase. So our data will be in lowercase. So after that what I've done is that I have removed all the one letter words from our data. But here you can notice that I have removed one letter words only from the abstract column and not from the title column, because each and every word in the title column is of a great importance. So that is why we are not going to remove any words from that column, not even stop words. because even in the accuracy part it has a very huge impact. So we are just going to remove one letter words from the abstract column and replace them with nothing. Okay, so this is the regex for removing one letter words, like /b/w/b. So this will remove all the one letter words from your column. Okay, so after that what I have done is that I have removed all the multiple blank spaces which we have in our data. Okay, so we are going to replace it with just a single blank space. So after that what we'll do is that we'll import all the NLTK libraries. We'll import NLTK, I mean, and after that we are going to from corpus we are going to import stop words. So here what I have done is that I have taken the stop words, English stop words, and saved it in a variable called as stop words. Okay, so after that what I have done is that, as I told you, I'm not going to remove any words from the title column, so I'm only going to do it on the abstract column. Okay, we have applied a lambda function which says that if the term is not there in stop words, then we are going to select that term, that means the word, and we are going to join each and every word which is not there in the stop words with a space. Okay, so this basically removes all the stop words from your column. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to combine the title and the abstract columns, and we are going to make a new column called as combined. Okay, we will do this for train and test like both the data frames, and after that simply we are going to drop the title and abstract columns, because the only column which matters now is the combined column which we did right here above. Okay, so we are going to drop title and abstract from xtrain xtest. Okay, so now here you can see that we have only combined column in our data. So after this what we'll do is that we are going to create an empty list, and we are going to put all the rows of our data into each and every element of the list. That means our first element of the list will be first row, the second element of the list will be second row, and so on. So we'll do this for xtrain, xtest, and our test data by using this for loop. Okay, so if we print them, then we'll see it like this. So this is our first row of the combined data, which has now become the first element of our list. So similarly we have done it for the xtest and for the test data, sorry. Okay, so similarly all the steps I have done for the whole x data, that is, I have removed the punctuations, I've done I've taken the data and converted into lowercase, I've removed all the stop words and the single letter words and all the multiple spaces, and I've combined the title and abstract into a combined column. And similarly I've dropped the title and abstract from the x data. So again our x data has only the combined column. So similarly I'm going to make another list for the x data, and we are going to append each and every row to each and every element of the list. Okay, so after this we are going to use count vectorizer. Okay, so what count vectorizer will do is that it will create vector for each and every word. So in this count vectorizer we are going to use n-gram range equal to 1, 2. So we are going to select pairs of words which will also help us by gaining a better accuracy. So we are going to fit our count vectorizer on our train data, and we are going to transform our test data. Okay, so after running this, what we are going to do is that we are going to use TF-IDF transformer. So the TF-IDF transformer will transform the data and will give much more importance to the words who has moderate or low frequency. So I'll just run this line. So similarly I'll do for the X lines, which was the whole data. So here we have prepared the data. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to use our machine learning algorithms to check the accuracy. So the first algorithm which we are going to use is that logistic regression. So for our multi-label classification problem, plain logistic regression will not work. So we are going to use one versus rest classifier here, which is a sklearn library. So as we saw above, our data was imbalanced, so I'm going to put class weight as balanced and we'll give C value as 3.0, and we're going to pass that model in one versus rest classifier. So I'll just run this and I'll fit this data. It will take a bit of time. I'll just skip that part. So it took around 2 to 5 minutes to execute this line. So after that we are going to predict our model on our test data. So here we got our predictions. So what we are going to do is now we are going to check for the accuracy. So we are getting the accuracy of 80.1. So this is not a bad accuracy right now. So but what we are going to do is that we are going to use another algorithm which will give much better predictions and much better accuracy than this. So we'll just skip all this part because we are not going to submit this. This algorithm works best for this kind of data, which is called as linear SVC. So here what we are going to do is that we are going to import linear SVC, and instead of one versus rest classifier we are going to use multi-output classifier, and in linear SVC we'll pass class weight as balanced as we did in logistic regression, and then this model we are going to pass in multi-output classifier. So I'm going to run this line. I'm going to fit the model. This will most probably take much lesser time than logistic regression, yes. So I'll predict our model, and if I'll check for the accuracy, then you can see the difference. We were getting 80% over there, but our linear SVC model is giving 95% of accuracy on our test data. So this is really a great algorithm for multi-label classification problem. So now what we are going to do is that now we are going to predict on our test data, and simply we are going to create a data frame and submit our data. Submit to CSV. So I have already submitted this data, and the accuracy which I've got is around 83.5. So I am at the top 30th position right now. So there is not a lot of difference between the 30th and the first rank. As you can see, there is only a difference of 2%. So I have also tried many more algorithms, but they don't give proper accuracy or proper standards which we needed. I have used SVM, I have used random forest with hyperparameter tuning as well, passive aggressive classifier, SGD, XGB, AdaBoost, and a lot of algorithms as you can see here. But linear SVC gave me the best results, so that is why I've made this video specifically and specially on linear SVC. So that's it guys. I'm going to put this code in the description below. I'll share my GitHub link where this code will be available, and if you like this video, then please share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching guys. Best of luck.